Give it the motherfucking go ahead. It's fucking bullshit. Mm. You know what? Everybody is going live all at the same time. This is prime time you in these YouTube streets. So it may take a minute for people to jump in. So we'll see. We a minute in, 50 seconds, 55. Hell yeah. Hola. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Este jueves avisa, puede por favor nosotros ven aquí. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. So we're gonna take our time. It's gonna be a slow burn. So there's many laws that govern this physical plane, but in those many laws, you may find sub laws or little small details of such said laws. And specifically, I'm really talking about the seven hermetic principles or the seven universal laws of creation, so on and so forth. But in those, you'll find smaller laws, right? And I want to talk about the law of being wrong. I made that shit up, by the way. I didn't get it from a book. I just made that shit up. Ain't nobody tell me about it. I made it up. All right. So the law of being wrong. I think my lens is kind of blurry. All right. Okay. So of course, I was wrong about the timeline that I predicted about the United Snakes selection process. And that's okay. That's okay. That's totally fine. I'm going to leave that video up. I'm not going to act like, I know, right? I'm not going to act like I didn't post that video and say all that shit. I stand by it. I stand on it. I stand on business. But I was wrong about it, and that's okay. And unlike a lot of YouTube co-creators, arugula salad eating, incense burning, sandal wearing ass niggas in these YouTube streets, you know, I ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I need to eat more arugula in this motherfucker. And I like arugula, by the way. So don't take offense if I'm talking about arugula. But um, I actually love being wrong. I want to be wrong as much as possible, and that's what goes into this law of being wrong. Because when you're wrong, you're presented the opportunity to learn. So if you're never wrong, or if you never present yourself as being wrong, you're never learning. You're stuck in your own box of facts, right? So the more you're wrong, the more you're presented with the opportunity to learn, right? And the more you're presented with the opportunity to learn, the more you're presented with the opportunity to grow. I don't know why the lighting is switching like that. That is hella weird. I don't know why it's doing that. But um, yeah, so I try to be as wrong as possible, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, uh, when you see someone who's never wrong about nothing, that's a lie. That's a falsehood. It's not solid foundation. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, it's not grown man or grown woman shit. It's called accountability. So you show me how many people you see on YouTube that actually take accountability. They'll skip over their wrongs. They'll act like their wrongs never happened. They'll never address it. They'll give you a whole bunch of magical word salad with a whole bunch of long ass words and feel good symbols to make you feel good and act like you didn't hear what the fuck they just said when you did. But again, I was wrong, and that's cool. I love it actually. So, getting into what I was wrong about, right? And as much as this light finna start changing on me, I don't know what I gotta do. Hold on. Let me see if I tilt this hoe. If I tilt this hoe up, does it change? Do I tilt this hoe down? Does it change? And it's just bad lighting. Sorry about that. It's bad lighting. So maybe if I, yeah, turn that way. I don't know. So, anyways, I was wrong about the presidential selection, but was I though? And I'll tell you why. Because remember, we all have to get to a certain point of advancement, and let's just call that certain point of advancement technology, right? So look at my little gray hair sparkling in this motherfucker. Technology, right? And let's just use flying cars as robots as a pinpoint. So we're still getting to flying cars and robots, but if Trump is the president, all that tells me is it's going to come a lot faster. You see, I underestimated the algorithm being them people, as it being a slow burn and them causing chaos and making us want for the technological solution. I didn't really read the signs right. You know what I'm saying? Because we're still wanting it because we wanted that dude to be in, right? But so they're still giving us what we want. What I didn't really calculate was the Elon Musk factor. The fact that Elon Musk is riding with the Orange Man just tells me that the technological advancements are going to come through that avenue. Now, I'm not quite sure on how or if it's even possible for Mr. Elon Musk to get government contracts with a close relationship with the president, but I'm pretty sure there's ways to work around all of that. Nonetheless, and I do digress. But again, I didn't read it right. Just like in a movie that came out like 25 years ago. I don't know if you people have heard of it. It's called The Matrix, right? Neo was fighting some agents, and the Neo had threw a punch, and the agent caught his hand, and Neo was like, "Huh, upgrades." So that's what kind of happened. You know what I'm saying? I kind of read the attack wrong and got hit with an upgrade, but that's okay because that's what we're here for, is to read the algorithm. Life is the algorithm. But I did want to come on and really just address the fact and really kind of just touch on the basis that it's okay to be wrong, and you should strive to be as wrong as possible. You know what I'm saying? I guess I got to get in the camera to make the shit light up. Ironic, right? But yeah. So never cover up when you make a mistake. Never do that. In fact, it kind of reminds me of another rule called the Dunning-Kruger effect. If you ever heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect, raise your hand. If not, let me kind of go into it a little bit. The Dunning-Kruger effect is where you get someone who thinks that they're an expert in something, right? And they're really not qualified to even speak on such said subject, but they talk about it anyway like they are an expert. Um, Only to find out that they're not an expert and then they stop talking about it. There's an actual study about people who like that, and YouTube is full of motherfuckers like that right now. Um, and the scientists actually have graphed this out. Hold on.
Hi, fellas. It's him, the anomaly. Do we proceed? Yes, he is still only human.
Whooping niggas' ass. Okay. But anyways, so that's a damn shame. Nigga got the Matrix on deck. The Dunning-Kruger effect. What is the Dunning-Kruger effect? Oh, this bitch don't want to talk now. Anyways, the Dunning-Kruger effect is a cognitive bias that occurs when someone overestimates their own ability or knowledge in a particular area. It's named after Cornell University psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger, who coined the term in 1999. That's ironic. That's when The Matrix came out. Ironic as fuck, right? Fifth dimensional shift. Yeah. The Dunning-Kruger effect can lead to poor decision-making, mistrust, and dangerous situations. It can be explained by the idea that people who lack expertise to recognize their own deficiencies will generally assume they are competent. We see this all day in these YouTube streets. So the reason why I bring this up is because admitting that you're wrong keeps you out of the Dunning-Kruger effect. In fact, if you do the research and you see the graph on how the Dunning-Kruger effect applies, is that when you learn a new subject, you're kind of riding on this slope going up, like, ooh, I know something new, and you want to tell everybody, only to find out that you really don't know shit, and then you kind of go on this downward slope on the graph, only to start to understand more things and more data and more information about the subject. And that happens over time. And then you gradually go back up, and then you may become an expertise in such said subject. Um, Owning up to your wrongs keeps you humble and it keeps you honest in this Dunning-Kruger type graph. You dig? And this is not going to be a long drawn out ass video. There's no need to make a 3.5 hour video. You know what I'm saying? I just want you guys to really look into the Dunning-Kruger effect and take accountability and learn and grow. That's the whole fucking point of all of this shit. Grow. Don't act like you're grown when you ain't. Remember, oh, you think you grown. You getting too big for your britches. That could apply mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Taking on too much. Too big for your britches. You dig? I can't see the comments. I don't know if y'all even saying that. Word. Well, I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and enjoy those other YouTubers going live right now. It's live YouTube hour right now. You know what I'm saying? And don't trip. I got a whole bunch of shit for y'all. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of shit. Let me share my dream with y'all real quick, I'll try to wrap this up in 3 minutes. So I had this dream last night, right? That Nat Turner. God damn. So I had a dream that Nat Turner, so basically he was showing me how he freed the slaves or led the slaves on some type of revolt. Now, I'm not sure if it was supposed to be Nat Turner, but in my dream it was Nat Turner, right? And he was saying that he was going from um, plantation to plantation, smashing on slave owners, right? But he was making a deal with them. He was saying, "Hey, yo, look, um, I'm gonna take some of these slaves with me. So I'm gonna give you 1 minute to kill who as many slaves as you think you can, and the ones that you can't kill, I'm gonna take with me." Some weird shit like that. It was weird. So he said, "Because if you don't, these people that I'm riding with, these slaves that I'm riding with, we gonna fuck you up like we did the rest of them." I know you heard about that. So he was going plantation by plantation, collecting slaves, creating an army. Then, like I said, I don't know if this is really Nat Turner, but in my dream it was Nat Turner. Then he got to certain different towns, and he was showing the slaves that he was with how to operate as freemen. And he was taking all the slaves to the county recorder's office to file certain um, documentation that allowed the slaves that he was with to wash their clothes at the river, to go into stores, to shop. And he was documenting these documents at the county recorder's office, as free men and free women. That's the dream in a nutshell. The deep part about that dream is that's really how you free yourself today. The trick or the power lies in the counties and how you file certain kind of paperwork in all individual counties in your state. If you know what I'm talking about right now, you know I'm dropping a heavy ass jewel right now. So remember, when you come to these videos, you might get some surface level shit, you might get some deep, deep, deep shit, and you might get some legal game. You know what I'm saying? You know, it just depends on what level you on. Look at my collar flipped up. Nigga, hold on, matter of fact, nigga. You do this on them. Niggas ain't ready, nigga. I'll pop my collar on the bitch, nigga, right now. Feel me? But, yeah. If you don't know what I'm talking about, um, look into filing affidavits of freedom in your county or your parish and see what pops up. You might find some interesting shit. So, all right, y'all. I'm out. I'm gone. I'll tap in with y'all very, very soon. Very, 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 very soon. Peace.